Welcome, everybody. This is the Bouncer Chronicles. I am your co-host, El Oso.
You got Chewy sitting over here with his homies.
What's going on? It's your boy Brandon.
All right, guys. How is it? How's everybody doing?
Good.
It's been a while. We haven't seen each other.
Yeah, no, man. A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on, man. It's just like once again, schedules can't meet up, and these times.
Yeah, and I got sick, and
that's what I was gonna say. The health. Never be too careful, man.
Yeah.
Cold season is getting the best of us. Plus, all this fucking bullshit of this pandemic going on.
So take care of yourself, guys, because when I got sick, that sucked a lot.
Yeah, Brandon got sick, man. I mean, that shit's dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
People think it's not, but hey.
And, it might have just sounded like a little cough, but we were like, nah, you're staying your ass home. We're doing this another day.
Yeah.
But everyone be careful out there. For real.
Definitely.
Keep the hanging out to a minimum with small groups. Don't do all that stuff, man.
And I do gotta say, man, it doesn't matter where you go nowadays. Any place that has a pharmacy. I don't know if you've noticed, but people are getting a little more panicky about this pandemic, and it shows on the signs. Everybody's out of at home COVID tests and whatnot. Yeah, it's no joke anymore, man. Whether you believe it in or not, the shit's out there.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Last month, I had to take the test 3 times because of all the symptoms that are going on. And me, I mean, I have issues with my immune system, so I had to get checked right away. So I mean, it ain't no joke. I gotta.
Yeah, and I bet that's pretty scary for someone with that kind of situation. Correct?
Oh hell yeah! If I get it, it's gonna be a while once I could be able to recover. That's if I recover at all.
Man. That's intense.
Yeah. So, yeah, and shout out to Popeye. He's not here. Again. It's all good though. He
was a special guest, so we did enjoy. I hope everybody enjoyed that episode as well.
Yeah, he'll be back though. He'll be back once in a while when he has a chance. He'll be back and then we're gonna start trying to bring in more guests, more people in, related to the nightclub scene. Whoever basically says yes for now, because like I said, the schedules are really tight. Pandemic's going on. I mean, I'm almost about to ask for what do you call it? Those COVID test results to come into the studio.
You gotta have your vaccination documentation.
I mean, yeah, it's a tough world right now.
Yeah, no joke though. I mean, sometimes when you think it's nothing, it's just a common cold. You never know.
Right.
Yeah, I know. That's true because, my sister got it, and she, luckily for her, she's vaccinated. She got it was just like congestion.
Yeah.
But she hangs around with her grandkids and everything, and she just doesn't want to spread it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she went just go get tested, and came back positive. But luckily, like I said, she just got it.
It's not too severe.
Yeah, she's one of the lucky ones, So I mean, you could do whatever you want. I mean, that's my motto. You could do whatever you want, but I mean, if you ask me, it would be better if you get vaccinated. But that's just me, though.
Yeah.
I
say to whoever's they prefer preference. We're not go vax or anything like that. It's just preferred preference for individuals. Me, getting sick and everything, I can see why people get vaccinated, because I don't know. I honestly don't feel the need for it, but getting sick, and that sucked a lot, man. And I see why people are really up on that, because that sucks. And if you don't have that tolerance for it, it gets
Yeah.
rough. It gets
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, especially if like, you know, if you're any immune deficient, I mean, you got to think about it really hard if you're really not going to want to get vaccinated or not.
Yeah, and if you're sick, stay your ass home.
Yeah.
Don't go out there fucking spreading it.
Yeah.
You feel fucking sick, stay home. Don't fucking spread that shit.
Yeah, I think for me, it's more of a conscious thing, you know, like self-conscious, not self-conscious. My conscience wouldn't be clear in thinking that I gave it to somebody else
Right.
that wouldn't clear it, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like for us here, like for example, like if I felt sick, you know, there was like that last week I said, hey guys, I got kind of a sore throat. I don't want to, I don't want to come in and say, hey, you know, I'm fine. And then it turned out to be something else and get you guys, you know, infected or get you sick, whatever the case might be.
Yeah. I mean, because everybody here, I mean, it's three of us for now, but we all have different opinions about that, you know. I mean, for me, I have no choice. I got a, you know, I got a little, I'm a little sick, you could say, and my immune system ain't there at all. I mean, it's shitty. If I even just get a cold, it takes me like over a month to recover from a cold. And that's just a cold. That's just a common cold. We're not even talking about COVID. We're not talking about a flu. But yeah, I just gotta, and I appreciate you guys trying to look out for me too, because I mean, shit, I just can't afford to get sick like that at all.
No, yeah.
You know, I actually just got over something, not long ago. It took me about 3 weeks when I went to Vegas and I flew back in. You know, just one day. I went to Vegas for one day, came back, and I was already feeling like crap that next day.
Yeah,
You know. But yeah, so anyways, I guess we're gonna be talking about, you know, a little bit of everything, some miscellaneous here.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, we're gonna be touching some stuff here and there, some topics, but yeah, like okay, for example, it's been a while we haven't seen each other. It's been like over a month, dude. Damn, that's a lot. That's
almost 2 months.
Yeah, without a podcast. Come on, that's
rough.
It's rough, and you know. Apologies to everybody that comes back and listens to us. You know, it's just, you know, like I said, just schedules that don't meet up. The pandemic, it's either one guy or another guy that gets sick. And like I said, we cannot get together because everybody is these significant others. They got kids and stuff like that, you know, parents, you know, and I mean, we just don't want to risk it. I don't want to be somebody that causes somebody else's dismay in case somebody gets sick, and they, you know, everybody's different, but some people when they get this,
they don't give a crap.
Yeah, well, you know, but I mean, yeah, you know, but yeah, we're back, and let's see who has a story to tell. Somebody has a story to tell. Any situation they've been in or something.
I just had a birthday.
Oh, that's right. It. Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
Youngest little fucker from all four of us.
All four of us, yeah. That don't mean nothing though. You're still old.
I'm older, man. Shit. I can't say shit about that. But
shouldn't say old. I would say wise.
Yeah, you're wise, man.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I won't say no to that.
Oh man, that's pretty much. Besides getting sick and getting a birthday, you know, nothing too crazy besides work and family and all that good stuff. Other than that, we're good.
Same here. Fucking nothing but work.
Yeah.
What can we do nowadays, right?
Right.
You're either at work or at home. But I did have a situation at work though recently that I wasn't really in it. I heard about it and I eventually saw footage of it, and it always goes back down to. You got to have people that have your back, and it sucks not having that because...
it's hard, man.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And...
it's hard to find people that you could depend on.
And that's the thing. I was on their shift. So I do feel a little bad for the guys because I was with them for a while, about a year. And just seeing how they're struggling now with the same people, I mean, we all struggled together, but like I said, together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's like I feel a little bad because I did leave and I went to a different shift, but it just comes down to guys having to deal with a guy that wasn't all there in the head. The guy was like, I don't know if he was having a mental breakdown or what the hell, but the guy ended up running around the place, which obviously you're not allowed to do. And they caught up to him, and one of my old comrades there walked up to him, and he got punched in the throat. Yeah, so.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not what you want to have done to you.
Yeah,
that must have sucked a lot getting punched in the throat.
Man.
and I mean, from the looks of it, it wasn't too bad of a hit where he hit the ground or anything, but it was still fucked up to see, you know?
Oh, fuck yeah. That's.
No, yeah, getting hit in the windpipe, no.
Oh, hell no, man. I could just imagine that.
I just want to know, how the hell do you get hit in the throat in your work field? In your work field, it's similar to what we had to deal with.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing, just a different setting.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just, it comes down to, like, each person has their own way about going into a situation, because I think out of all four of us that were constantly at the nightclub, we all knew, don't fucking drop your hands for anything.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
you got to be alert. You got to be alert, regardless of who it is.
So the setting where I'm at now is different. It's more professional. So they have this whole, you have to come up to a situation looking the least threatening or aggressive that you can.
I can see that.
But I feel like you can approach someone very easily with your hand in the air without making it seem like you're trying to hurt the person or attack the person or anything like that.
You're right.
There's so many. I've approached a lot of people with my hand, going to touch them before they could touch me, in a calm way. I knew it was gonna pop off, but I already knew, so I was aware. I was. I could tell this was going to happen. Yeah. So I don't see why anybody would keep their hands down.
I mean, that's the other thing you have to look at. That's what I'm saying. It comes down to each person individually. Like, we know better. We've seen some shit that you know better than to put your hands down when you're approaching anybody, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
But
keep your eye on him at all times.
Yeah. So some people are more about going by the book, and that. Also, some people don't know where to draw the line on that.
I feel like even following it book by book, or whatever you have to do, I feel like you still have to be aware of the situation. You have to understand the situation, even going into it, even if it is by the book.
I tell you one thing, he's not gonna get punched in the throat ever again.
Right? I hope not. And if he does,
you get the fuck out.
Yeah,
you need to fucking leave.
Go get a different job, man.
Yeah,
go get a different job.
I get where you're coming from, but what I'm trying to get across is that we're not all the same, bro. We're not all cut out for this job.
Oh, hell no.
And you might not have to, like, as fucked up as it sounds, it's not something you want to tell somebody, but if they feel like they that's where they want to be, that's where they want to be. If they want to be the person that takes the hits, who am I to stop them?
I'll admit that I used to be one of the guys that would get in the brawl, but maybe get hit. And if I was to get punched, like there's a fight about to break out, I get in front of this guy, and if he punches me, I'm expecting everybody else to jump on his ass and take him down quick. That's what I was expecting for that to happen, if he was to even.
Yeah, but even in a situation, you going into it, you already know if someone is acting up, no matter whatever it is, if he's drunk, if he's on drugs, if he's just not right.
Yeah.
He could be yacked out of his mind. Someone acting not coherent to what you're trying to talk to them, you have to be ready for that man to act a fool.
Yeah.
Personally, that would be on, for me. Yeah, especially if you're going into this.
But there's a lot of perspectives we're not taking into account, man, because sometimes, as good as we were doing what we did, damn well there was times where we were overconfident.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we were way overconfident.
I don't know about overconfident
or distracted.
And that's what I'm saying. There's always a variable that we're not taking into account. Like, I wasn't there, so I can't say what was going through that person's mind when it happened.
Because I mean, I've always told everybody that I would train, that would show up at the nightclub wanting to work, I would always tell them, dude, if you want to get a phone number, go ahead. But you know what? You cannot lose focus on what you're here for. You got to look at the night. You got to look at the dance floor. You got to be paying attention to everybody that's around you. And
you know what? You have a very good point, dude. Because I hated that. because you know what? Even back before, moving forward with my significant other, getting married and everything like that.
Yeah.
When I would get numbers, I was still very aware of what was going on.
Yeah.
I could literally be talking to someone, and if I see Chewy moving, I'm dropping whatever I'm doing with that person and moving.
I call
with
bullshit
Chewy.
on that one.
No.
They leave me hanging one time.
No, negative.
It was a Halloween, bro.
No, don't talk about Halloween now, because I've always been on top of it with Halloween.
No, bro.
That one time I walked up and this guy had 3 guys. He had one guy under his knee, one guy on his arm, and another guy on his other arm. I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, it looks like Chewy got it."
Yeah, he said,
He got it.
And so he just calmly walks up. No, bro. That was like, what the hell?
He looked like he had it under control. He had one guy under his knee and 2 guys on each arm.
I was fucking struggling, bro. Nobody helped.
nah, but I mean, you can't lose sight of anything. I would do my rounds around the dance floor, and I would run into a guy, one of our new guys or not that new guy, but he's too busy. Fucking his eyesight is nowhere at all at the floor.
Yeah.
And you know what? Seconds count there. Seconds counts, because I could get my ass beat up in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
You can get slept in a matter of seconds, bro.
And I need somebody to be there in case, because we used to use the method of the flashlight. Shine
wave
the
somebody down,
flashlight,
shine the light,
shine the light,
and you know what? It's hard because we had a lot of lights.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And that messes up a lot too. But
Strobe lights everywhere.
Thinking back on that was kind of a poor choice.
Yeah,
that was. We should have thought that one through.
And then sometimes we see that light, and it was for something dumb like throw up on the ground, and I'm like, why? You guys know this light is not for. This is not a universal light. This is fights. This is fights. Do not wave that. Do not wave that.
Right now.
Yeah, don't wave that light for a throw up or a spilled beer or something, bro. Come on, man.
You know what we should have had was like those guys that are at the airport guiding the planes. We should have had some of those red paddles just pointing over here,
signaling like, hey, over here.
No, but and back to what Chu was saying, man. I still feel like that guy should have been more aware. I don't know how long he's worked there or anything in the situation.
How much experience?
Yeah, I don't know how much experience he does have. But even when I'm going in new, I'm not going in there with my head thinking that it's going to be okay.
He's not going to.
No, that's true. But he was surrounded by 2 other officers that, well, I say officers, but it's
it's a different
co-workers.
They're co-workers. He had 2 other co-workers that were there, and only one of them was competent enough to grab this guy and take him down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, you had 2 there, but why was the only one that fucking caught on to what was going on and was there to get it?
Yeah.
Everybody had because they had this guy corralled off basically.
See, but it's overconfidence. That's what Brandon said. Overconfidence. Because I mean, you could actually be thinking, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. It's 3 of us. What the hell is he gonna do with 3 of us in front of him? But like you said, he could be mentally unstable. He could be drunk. He could be high on something. And I mean, you just got to be ready for it.
I feel like
it's just overconfidence.
And our line, and now in Chewy's new line of work, we already knew if we're walking into a situation when we have to get involved. We know it's gonna escalate.
That's the one point I'm gonna put out. In this line of work, it's not. I might get hit. No, you got to go in with the mentality that you're gonna get hurt.
I already have my stun gun ready.
You're gonna get hurt.
Fuck it. I'm gonna light him up. I don't care who it is, what he is, or what condition he's in. If he's gonna throw a punch, I'll have my stun gun ready for him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got to go in with that mentality that you're gonna get hurt. Someone's gonna come your way. And the only thing that's gonna make a difference is what you're gonna do when that happens. Like, are you gonna take it or are you gonna prevent it? That's where you have to be vigilant.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely.
But vigilant is key, man. I think, like I said, going back to our line of work, you have to know the situation. You have to read the situation before going into the situation. If you see someone acting up, okay, you have to know this guy's either gonna act up with me, and everybody around him, or he's going to be calm. I'm going to go in thinking this guy's going to act up. I can't think, oh, this guy's going to be calm as soon as I approach him. No, you can't think like that. There's no way you should ever think like that. If this guy is already acting up, drunk, whatever he's doing, he should not. You should never go in there thinking it's gonna be okay,
bro. One situation, one day, one night, you know, it was at the second nightclub that I was working at. It was like 5 of us, and this guy started acting up. His girl was there, right? And he, you know, honestly, he was fucking up. He was doing some bullshit outside in the alley. We all came out to see what he was doing, and we like basically surrounded him, right? Well, it was quiet. It was, you know, we were talking to him, and all of a sudden everything just got quiet, and all of a sudden I could hear this guy unfold the knife. You can hear the click,
right when it snaps into place.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck, he just pulled the knife out. All right. Well, seconds later, you could hear a fucking gun. Somebody cocked their gun because they heard it too. They heard their knife. We heard the guy with the.
He pulled out a switchblade.
Yeah, he pulled out the blade. He pulled out the blade. Well, this guy all right away cocked his gun. And he heard it. The guy that, you know. Yeah. So as soon as he heard that, he just right away, you could hear him
fold it back up.
Fold it back up. Yeah. Like, okay, good.
But you couldn't really see it, or how do you get it low?
It was dark.
Well, bro, it's a sound where you don't have to see it. The minute you hear it.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I'm talking about how dark was this alley?
It was
okay,
like,
so is this was a totally different spot from where we all worked, right? This was when your previous.
Yeah, my previous nightclub that I worked at.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was dark in the alley, no fucking lights anywhere. But yeah,
that's some bullshit.
Well, the old spot was pretty dark too. The back alley, to the street.
No, but there was still a light there.
There was
that
a
could
couple lights, but it was still
I understand
dark.
it was dark. Yeah, it was pretty dark. But this guy's talking about pitch black.
Over here, pitch black, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember towards the end at the old spot, those lights would turn off.
Someone threw rocks at him and broke him out.
They would break the shit out of him.
Which we gotta be thankful for because we did get into some shit back there and.
Yeah,
video cameras or not, it was too dark to see anything.
Nah, but yeah, I remember that. Like you reminded me of that situation that we were in, because you could hear the guy open up the blade. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens.
Okay.
So what was the conclusion of that? What ended up happening with the?
Oh, he apologized right away. He apologized.
Put it right back in his pocket.
Right back in his pocket, and he walked away. I'm like, that's the best scenario I would have wanted. Cause
okay, but. You guys were vigilant. You guys, as soon as you guys heard that, you guys already knew.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Chewy's story. You going into a situation, and this is for everybody that's bouncing or going to start bouncing, any of that, understand the situation that you're in. If you're involved, just know it's going to escalate.
Yeah.
Don't think it's not. Don't go. If it does not escalate, that is a good night. That is a very good opportunity, but just go in there thinking it's gonna escalate, man. Don't think it's gonna be calm, bro.
Yeah, it's never.
And in our field and Chewy's new field that he's in, do not go in there thinking it's gonna be okay. That's just to me,
bro. Not everybody's a Rambo. I mean,
no, you don't have to be Rambo to have that thought to think like that. Like,
no, I know what you're getting at, but what I'm trying to tell you is that not everybody's gonna be a perfect fucking security guard.
Yeah,
simple.
There's because
we don't all handle the stress and the severity.
This other situation that I had, I don't know if I told this story before. This guy at the second club, the club prior to getting to the club that we were working all together,
the old spot.
Yeah, before the old spot, this guy would handcuff people, and it happened to him many times, not just once. He would handcuff this guy and fucking run away with his handcuffs. And we would have to chase, well, not us, but he would have to chase the guy down.
How does someone run away and handcuffed?
Handcuffed. Well, he didn't completely handcuff him. He would handcuff one wrist, and then before he was able to handcuff the other one, he would just take off on him. And he's like, oh, hold on. Give me my handcuffs back. Give me my So he would find like 2-3 blocks down, he would finally catch up to him. We wouldn't even help him. Like, you fucking idiot, go and grab your handcuffs.
All I'm saying is if someone ran across the street, I ain't chasing them. That's already far.
Yeah,
that's already too far for me to chase.
I mean, dude, we would have to chase them down the neighborhood.
Dude, I used to hate on an old spot. We would chase people in that parking lot because that parking lot was huge.
Yeah.
That was a big ass parking lot, bro.
You know what? I loved it. No,
I didn't.
When
we had to go out there and actually run towards situations in the parking lot, that was rough, man.
I want to take the spot right here to just to point out that I think that was the best piece of advice I also ever gave us was don't ever just rush up into a situation assuming something's going down. Take your time to slow down and see what's really going on before you jump in.
Because I mean,
some of us are hotheads and just go into the situation.
Yeah, I mean that's the story I told you guys last time, where I got jumped by fucking 12 guys.
Oh, I don't think you talked about that.
Yeah, he did. It was when they broke the bottles on him.
Oh yeah,
I was down on. They were kicking me in their cowboy boots, I mean, I was so quick to react.
But that's when you were fresh, right? When you were new.
Not even a year.
Okay,
not even a year in. And that was a good lesson. That was a real good lesson.
You know what's kind of weird though? When I first started working, I was a little bit more wary into getting into situations. I would get involved. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit more hesitant to when I started getting a little bit more better, more. I wouldn't say skilled, but I would say more
accustomed.
Yeah, accustomed to. Because I mean, and your line of work right now, how many situations do you guys get involved in? Maybe 5 or 10 situations a night, maybe.
It comes and goes, honestly.
And then, I mean, with us, it was a consistent 5 to 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
And then there would be nights where we'd have 20 fights, 30 fights a night, not a weekend, a night.
Yeah, and maybe not complete fights either, but certain like altercations and whatnot.
Yeah.
No, I remember getting in more than 20 and 20 physical fights that were popping off, man.
That was like
nights.
That was like when the artist was there.
Yeah,
like
when the big performers were there.
Well,
man.
Those were nights where we booted someone, and then on the way back, they're like, "Don't chill out yet. There's another one going on."
Yeah. You go back in there. Hurry up. I remember we'd kick people and run back in there because it would be another fight.
Right.
And this was always every time that those performers would show up, it was like that. I was like, man, that we gotta only let them come once a year, man. This is rough.
And as soon as it was neutralized, go get out of here.
Yep, hurry up, get back in there, in there.
Tell everybody to go.
There would only be like one guy or two guys out there to escort that guy out.
Yeah.
But the other guys had to run back in.
That's what I liked about that parking lot. It was huge, and it was property of the club. And it's like, I'm in public. I'm in the public.
Negative.
Public area. I could just stand here. I'm like, no, you're in private property, dude.
Yeah, you got to go all the way to the street.
Down to the street, and it was at least 100 yards.
Oh yeah,
like a football field.
Yeah, it was probably 100 yards
from the door to the street.
Yeah.
So that's what I loved about that. Because I mean, even though they were in the parking lot, they were trespassing, and they had to be moved. They had to be removed. And
I have literally walked someone all the way to the street.
Yeah.
From the door all the way to get them off the property.
Yeah.
I watched Napoleon chase someone all the way down that parking lot and still down the street some once.
on the old club?
By himself?
Oh, hell no. Well, okay.
I've never seen Napoleon do anything like
surprised.
courageous like that.
The only reason he did it was because the boss man was out there.
No, he was trying to show off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was...
I mean, we did that one time. We did that one time. Me and this other guy, we chased him down because he was what do you call it? Checking out all the cars. You know, he was just going car to
checking
car.
doors.
Yeah. So we spotted him. So we started walking towards him, and he ran. He just started running. So we started running after him. But the thing is, he fucking pulled out a gun and pointed it to us. Right where there's no cameras anymore. And I'm like, dude, nah, forget about it. Let's go back. Like, forget this. You know, we weren't carrying. So I'm like, no, we were.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, because he ran towards the other side of the building.
Towards the other business
so
across.
Check this out.
You know what? That was the day Napoleon pulled his gun and he was walking down the other side that wasn't our property anymore.
Oh yeah.
And he was looking for the guy and like, why, dude?
Yeah.
And like this isn't us. Like, there's no reason for us to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's weird how we went from 100 yards from the old spot to a sidewalk in the new spot.
A few feet.
Yeah. And oh my God, dude, how many times did we end up on the street, Chewy?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot. We ended up on the street, bro, going toe up with people.
Yeah.
And this isn't in a big street. It's pretty much a main street.
Yeah.
Where a lot of traffic goes by. cops pass by probably maybe once an hour there.
Yeah,
No, well, they passed by, just not at the time we needed them.
Right.
That's
But, okay.
That's the irony of it.
Yeah, I know that's pretty crazy. But
And,
I mean, we would go toe up with people because they would get so physical. And in the old spot, it was pretty easy when people actually got like that to where like, all right, you want to fight us? It's all good, bro. You're on our property.
Yeah.
But we're on the street now, so you know, there's that thin line right there. That you know, are we defending ourselves or are we attacking this person?
Rules change. Everything changes at that moment.
Yeah.
When that happens now at the new place, because I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, I used to love that old place because that's all the parking lot was ours. You know, I mean, we could do whatever we want in that parking lot.
Yeah, that's
man. But yeah, this new place, you just gotta deal with the public, with the customers in a different way.
I think the only thing that was semi decent about that sidewalk, it was an 8-foot sidewalk.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was an 8-foot sidewalk.
Yeah,
and there's not a whole lot of sidewalks that large. Honestly,
from the door to the corner.
Yeah, it's about 8 feet.
Yeah, that's where Chewy was able to throw these guys all the way up to the street.
No, I didn't do it as much at the new spot as I did the old spot. The old spot was the best.
Well, see, the thing is, the business in front of the new club, I mean, they had cameras too, so we couldn't be that free to do whatever we wanted.
Yeah,
you know?
so but that's what I'm saying though. Like when we get in physical altercations where we're on the street, how did it look? Did it look like we were attacking or were we defending? You know what I'm saying?
See.
So once they got off all the property, like it looked bad.
That's a fine line
because we're on the street going. We have to. Like, even if we didn't want, like, I guess we could have just backed up onto the sidewalk and if they proceeded. But, you know, in that situation, we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Halloween when I was talking about, bro, we were on the street. It was chaos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was like 6 of us on the street just going toe up with people, bro. I was fighting someone. Chewy was fighting people. It was just crazy, bro. I mean, I was like, what is going on, man? This is insane. Like, but that's what I'm saying. How did it look in a different perspective to other people? Hey, these guys are attacking, or they're just, or what's going on? It looked like we were the antagonist in that situation. You know what I mean?
No, I guess it depends on what we're trying to prove at the time. It's not like we went to court or anything. But I mean, from everybody else's perspective, because I don't know if you remember, cars actually stopped to watch the show for a minute on that one.
Right.
They legit just pulled over and they were like, all right, we're watching.
Where's my popcorn?
You know,
they gotta watch this.
You think like most cars would like honk and be like, get the fuck out of the way or I'm calling the cops. Nah, they fucking pulled over and they're just
shining their lights, watching us go. But that's what I'm saying though. I was like, man, dude, like how did it look? Did it really, honestly, how? Yeah, I want to know from on the other perspective. Did it look like we were the antagonist, or did it look like we were just fighting because it was already happening?
See, because that's the thing. That, you know, me being me, I mean, I would just walk up to the street and just get right to his face. If he touches me, it's
No. What I'm talking about, this was full mayhem, bro.
I mean,
it was already a fight. There was no, hey, calm down. Everyone was fighting. I could not say there was not one. No, there probably was a security that didn't do shit. There was probably a bouncer sitting there watching the whole damn thing and not even helping. The ones that were fighting, because there was probably like 15 of us that night, and we were fighting. When I looked around, I'm pretty sure I saw everyone fighting.
Everybody had hands on something.
Yeah, it was hands on something, and I was physically fighting someone. I was literally punching someone because they were punching me. That's how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't actually like picture that to where it was that bad to where we were punching people. We weren't trying to grab their arms or trying to restrain them. We were punching people because it was that bad to where we could not be like, hey, calm down. No. This was let's get it.
That's the thing. I mean, the customer was completely out of control. You know,
customers.
Well, yeah, but I get what he's saying is not everybody sees that perspective. Like, everybody just saw us just run out and start, banging with these dudes, with these people. But they don't know what happened, prior.
Yeah. I mean, because they tend to believe the bouncer because the only thing is that the bouncer there is to establish, to control the situation, to neutralize the situation, to prevent anybody from going to jail. You know, that's basically what we're there for. But I mean, if you see 7 bouncers going at it with another 6, 7 people, 8 people, customers, I mean, yeah, I could see that they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what the hell are you guys doing?"
Yeah, what the hell happened?
You know,
here?
but I mean, basically, that's just the wording that you gotta tell the authorities. You know, oh, we're got out of hand, but we were just trying to get it under control. You know, because if not, they were going to, and they were just going to hurt us. They were going to
Right.
hurt one of our guys.
But what I totally understand what you're saying on that. But I'm
And-
thinking back at it. The only reason why I ended up on the street is because I was literally not trying to swing on someone.
Yeah.
But as soon as he hit me one time,
Oh, that's it.
I started swinging back. We started going toe up, and I mean,
But the thing is, as soon as you get him under control, like you punch him a few times and he starts backing away, okay, you're done. Go to the next one. You know, because if you're gonna keep hitting him, and he's like trying to back away from you, that's when
It went from defense to assault.
yeah, that's a whole different story right there. So as soon as as soon as he stops trying to be aggressive towards you, you're done. You know,
yeah, move on.
Yeah, move on to the next guy that's trying to, you know, beat up another guy or, you know, another bouncer. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, if he comes back, feel free to lay him out.
Oh yeah, right there and then. If he does come back, he's done.
Yeah,
You need to put him on the floor. No matter what.
I lay this guy out. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I lay this guy out. He goes on the ground.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking Napoleon, the motherfucker. I was mad at him that night. He fucking kicked him in the face when he was down.
I remember that.
I was like,
did?
why,
Yeah.
bro? He was already down. He kicked him square in the face. I mean, this guy was bleeding profusely.
From the nose, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about like just it was horrible, dude. I already dropped him on the ground.
We had him on the ground, actually. Remember? Because when Napoleon kicked him, we were trying to get him in handcuffs, and he just went limp.
Oh, he did.
yeah. Oh,
He was out cold then.
He was out. He was fucking out, dude.
yeah. I was like, why the fuck did you do that? Literally yelling at this motherfucker, and it was like you could have fucking like he wore steel toes.
Yeah. He wears. I was gonna say that with his fucking big ass boots.
Yeah, I wear steel toes. I could not kick someone like that, bro. The only way I'd kick someone is in the shin.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm kicking someone. I'm not gonna kick someone in the face, bro.
Oh,
Steel
no.
toes are literally meant to.
Not in the head, bro. Not in the
Dude.
head.
And he kicked him straight in the face, bro. It was, bro.
Like
I
the
was
dude-
mad.
We had the guy by one arm, and he was using one arm to try to get up, and then out of nowhere, this dude came up, and we just saw the boot go across his face.
I didn't even know you were in that situation with me. I thought you were with someone else.
No, I'm pretty sure.
'Cause we had-
Unless we're talking about two different situations.
No, I'm pretty sure that was that one
Should be the
situation,
same
but I
one.
didn't know that.
'Cause,
Yeah,
I
because I've
mean,
only seen him kick someone one time. But it was crazy because it was the house, it was all the bouncers, and then we hired a security
Yeah.
company to help because we had a huge event that night. It was Halloween, and you know how Halloween gets pretty wild,
yeah.
and so we hired a security company, and they brought about probably 20 guys,
Oh wow.
and we had the house plus 20 guys. We had the house, most of the house, and about 10 of their guys in the street,
Yeah.
just going ham on each other, bro. It was intense.
Wow.
Like wow, like you know, like trying to explain it in like just a couple of moments to where you'd have to see it to like understand what was going on, bro.
Yeah.
Because it was just that intense, dude. But what I was trying to get at was when situations escalate like that, like it looks bad if we get too far out of our own, I guess, jurisdiction, you want to call it,
Yeah.
our property line. Like it you know what I'm saying? We were on the street. So that's why I like the old place. You know, that was one of the reasons why I liked the old place, because we had a lot of property. When we would fight like that, it didn't look,
Oh,
no
hell
matter
no.
what, we're
It's-
on our property.
yeah.
We're fighting. We're trying to get them off the property. That was our
Yeah,
excuse
yeah.
every single time when we would fight people.
See, and that's the thing. There's the fine line. You gotta follow the fine line. Like, you know, at the new place, that was completely uncalled for. That he
What he
kicked
did,
them in the
man.
face. That you don't do that. As soon as he's down, he's down. Or as soon as he's handcuffed, that's where it stops. As soon as you put that second cuff on his second wrist, that's it. You gotta let him go. And I mean, yeah,
Well-
I remember at a different club, this bouncer, he was just really fucking hot headed. And after he got handcuffed, after they handcuffed the guy that was just being stupid, this guy picked him up and dropped him on the ground, and he fell on his head first. You know, what is it? A couple of days later, he died. It's like, dude, nobody's gonna cover for his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody. That's uncalled for because he was already handcuffed. You know, so once he's handcuffed, you're done. Once he's on the ground out, he's done. That's it. Because he went toe to toe with you.
Yeah, but the thing about it, though, I don't know if you guys remember a situation in another nightclub in our area. They fought, and one security punched a guy, and he killed him. I think they shut down the whole place. They fired everybody.
Yeah,
everybody was fired. They had to get a whole new house. And I think the guy that killed him, I think he actually went to jail.
Yeah, okay, because this guy, the one I'm talking about, he went like to jail for like at least 5 years.
Yeah,
I mean, he got like a sentence of 10 years, but you know, he would be eligible for parole like in 5.
So I knew one of the guys that was involved in that situation that I was talking about, where the guy died. Like, he was telling me, like, man, like that fight, it sucks when you have to get physical like that. I was like, dude, I totally understand that. Because when we have to get physical to where we're punching back, we as bouncers already pretty much failed because it got to that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Our authority or our presence did not deter anything to where we had to get physical like that, and that sucks. And a lot of people that are getting into this, you have to know it's gonna happen one of these days where you're gonna go physical with somebody, you're gonna fight somebody. And that's the reality of it.
It is, because sometimes I remember in the club prior to you guys start, when the club before you guys were there, there were some guys that would challenge us. They were drunk.
That happened a lot. That happened with us too.
Yeah, I mean, we were mainly because of the girls. Mainly because of the girls. We're talking to the females there, and we're talking to girls. The girls are laughing around, just joking around with us. And this guy that's all just standing there by the dance floor, getting drunk, looking at them, and they don't have the balls to fucking go talk to them. And they see us talking to them. They get drunk, and then they all get all pissed off. And then, I want to fight you. I want to fight you. Why? Oh, I want to fight you. I'm like, all right, well, cool. Let's go to the back. Let's go to the back. If you want, drunk ass motherfucker want to fight, all right, let's see how far you could go. And but sometimes he would go with all of his friends, and he would think that like one bouncer was gonna be the only one outside. It's like, nah, dude, you think we're stupid? 6, 7 of us would come out. All right, go ahead. You want to fight him? Go for it. I mean,
what's crazy? Speaking of that, I remember the boss at the old spot. He came up to me. He said, "Hey, how do you feel about fighting?" I said, "What?"
Oh.
And he's all like, "Hey, this guy said he wants to fight you." I was like, "Who?" He pointed at him. He's like, "I don't know." He said he wants to fight you. You want to fight him? And I was like, "All right, I don't care." Like, that was just that machismo, that macho shit that made me agree to it. I should have been like, "No, fuck that." But as soon as I said, "Yeah, let's go outside," we started walking outside with this dude, and this guy changed his mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you fucking pussy." I was like, "Fuck it." But what I don't understand is what the fuck was that going on to that guy's head? It was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat a bouncer's ass and call it a victory if I beat his ass." Like, what? Like you're awesome. You're special. Well, what the fuck? You thought I was gonna say no? Like,
to be fair though, I don't think you knew the extent of what happened before they agreed to that. For all you know, it could have been a bet placed in between the two.
To where if I would have said no, like, oh no, he's gonna say no.
I was gonna say, did the boss even give you like, I'll give you $50?
No, he did. He said, "I'll give you $100 if you knock him out."
That's what I'm saying.
He said, "I'll give you $100 if you knock him out." I was like, all right.
He that's what I'm saying. There had to be some from the boss man to gain to put you in that situation.
Yeah, he must have been like $200. I'll give you half. Nah, fuck that.
He probably bet like $500.
But he was none the wiser. That's what I mean. Like, for all you know, you just don't bet this dude $200-$300 that you'd knock him out.
Yeah,
and you're only getting 100 of the cut.
That's all alleged. That's all alleged. That's
yeah, we don't know, but that makes more sense knowing the motherfucker.
Yeah,
but
oh fuck yeah, he would get crazy like that sometimes.
No, but so it's happened. Okay, it's one time, man. So one time he let me and Chewy off our leash, bro. Where he's just like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
he said, "Go ahead," because this guy was like, "Man, I'll fuck up any of your security. Come on, whoever wants it." And then he's like, "Chewy, you want it?" Chewy's like, "Yeah." As soon as Chewy stepped onto the street, cops came, bro.
Oh yeah, the one that
no
was
shit.
the one time the boss man said, "Go."
Is this a new club or the old club?
The new
club,
spot.
yeah, the new club.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like, he just kept coming at us. He kept coming at us, and he said, "You know what? Túmbalo." Flat out. He just like dead ass looked me in the eye and goes, "Túmbalo." And Brandon and I both looked at him like, is he fucking serious right now? Like is he being? Because he was always like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
don't."
Yeah, he's always kind of scared.
But that day he was like, fucking go.
He must have been annoyed like fuck.
Oh no, this guy was fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah.
He kept going to the front door trying to press the door guys, but when me and Chewy came out there, he calmed down a little bit. Then that he stepped onto the street and he started wilding, bro, talking so much shit. He'd get on the street and then push back because you know what I'm saying. He already knew that once he
knew
got
the
to the
boundary,
street,
yeah.
he knew the boundary where we
Yeah.
could not really cross.
Yeah.
So as soon as the boss had enough of his shit, he's just like, "Chewy, you want it? Well, go
Holy
ahead,
Shit.
Oh,
go
dude.
ahead." You know, I was like,
Man,
"Wow."
I wish I would have been there.
No, but as soon as he said go ahead, Chewy's like, all right. He started walking towards him. As soon as Chewy stepped off the property, fucking
There's,
cops came and they
rolled
took
down the
him.
street.
They ended up taking him.
Yeah, he
So
ended
what?
up,
Were they just looking?
No, they just drove by.
they were just driving by.
yeah,
It's
it was just
coincidence.
Yeah, it was just a coincidence. Yeah, they just
random
drove by.
fucking
Oh,
coincidence.
shit.
And coincidentally, they stopped and saw that we were, getting it in with this dude, and they stopped. They looked him up. They started looking into him. As for his ID, motherfucker had warrants.
Yeah.
So they just picked his ass up right there.
So
and
he got lucky.
he got lucky, but he went to jail for it.
That's what I mean. He got lucky going to
And he
jail.
went to jail for it.
Yeah,
Instead of you beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
yeah. That was fucking crazy. But there was another situation. I think we did talk about it where this guy was talking shit, and then the boss is like, "Pick whoever you want. Pick whoever you want." He ended up picking the coach because he's kind of smaller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
He looks
yeah.
a little beat to shit, and it kind of messed up. But the coach does look pretty bad.
Fucking professional
Yeah.
boxing shit.
Yeah, no. So the coach is actually a professional boxer. To anyone
Yeah.
that doesn't understand that, he fought a lot. I think he had like 60 fights,
Yeah,
and he had like
he's-
50 something wins.
He's in the pros.
Yeah,
He's
he was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he was no amateur. He was in
Yeah,
the pros.
yeah. So he was a bad motherfucker, and the guy said, "I want him." Hey, I've never seen so much strain because the coach has a kink in his neck. So this guy
Yeah.
just cracked his neck forward, and he looked like he grew like 2 inches as soon as this guy pointed him out at the guy's face. It just he looked terrified. He's like, I made the worst decision.
I fucking-
All of us were like, man, you could have fought any of us. It probably had a better chance. I was like, you picked the worst fucking candidate.
And you knew it was
man.
dead serious too, because it was a little. I think it was during the cold weather, so I always carried my gloves with me just to keep my hands warm.
Yeah.
And he's serious as shit. Coach just kept saying, "Let me borrow your gloves, Chewy. Let me borrow your gloves." I'm like, "Nah, dude, you don't need it. You don't want it. You don't want to do this, man. It's not worth it." He's just a punk little kid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But man, he was bent on getting the coach, and then all of a sudden he was on. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah. Oh hell, man. No, I mean, there. Okay, hold on. You know what? It's already 47 minutes in. Let's continue this conversation on the next episode, because it's not like a tremendous big story. It's just something that I experienced actually at the old club prior to you guys
story.
getting there. But no. Well, let's call it quits for this episode. Let me see here. Okay, well, thank you for listening. My apologies again, because I know conflict of schedule conflicts, and like I said, this pandemic and just this weather is just hitting us hard. It's just hitting us really hard. But I mean, hey, we try to deal with it as best as we can. Like, once again, shout out to Popeye. Hopefully he'll be here again. But at least for now, it's all three of us. So yeah, this is your co-host, El Oso.
Yeah, Chewy saying goodbye. Thanks for listening still, and hope you keep listening.
And it's your boy Brandon. Have a good night.